Well, many parents are nervous about the state of their family's education and if their children will be able to continue to advance in school. Because of the pandemic, children aren't learning as fast as they should, and there's a huge need for support. But what is the best way to get the help that they need? Let's bring in 2018-2019 Maryland Teacher of the Year and UMES Professor of Education, Dr. Richard Warren Jr., with more on a new platform to help students through one-on-one tutoring. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing great. Glad to have you on. I know a lot of parents have struggled with this, and I wonder, is tutoring then the way to go?
Yeah, well, overcoming learning struggles requires a holistic approach from students and families. And tutoring is one way to do that. But really, I like to say like a 3S approach. And the first thing is self-care, that everything gets better when you feel better. So trying to eat the recommended amount of meals a day, trying to sleep the recommended amount of time, trying to stick to a normal routine, wake up, go to bed around the same time. And then think about the social emotional needs as well. Right. In the society now where physical distancing is still in effect in some schools, we want to make sure that social connections is there. So creating spaces for FaceTime, Snapchat, Google Hangouts, because we know also even with your family or study partners and students who have access to a caring adult like a teacher is more likely to have the right support to succeed. And a platform like Teachers1on1 tutoring provides that kind of support through like one-on-one sessions.
So I know that these are the components that can help, especially that social aspect. I found that was one of the biggest issues we faced was the isolation. And once we solved that, that seemed to make a difference, at least in my daughter's education. But, again, still, you have the reinforcements, you're putting these sort of getting a routine into place, but there's so much more needed. And I think a lot of us parents are struggling with what more can I do to make sure my child is on track, even if they are doing virtual learning or whenever they do go back into the classroom.
Yeah, and outside of self-care, the second S would be supplemental support. Overcoming the learning struggle requires seeking out supplemental support because learning growth on any level is preceded by supports on many levels. And so encouraging and re-engaging students in their own learning through approaches like tutoring with target academic resources, video lessons, gaming content is super important to get that supplemental instruction, right? Enrichment and academic support. And, tutoring services like Teacher1on1 helps students, give them the individualized one-on-one live lessons, meaning they have full focus on one instructor who can customize tactics and strategies to fit the type of learning that works best for each student. And one of the most important things that we know that we need now, and one of the important aspects of enrichment is accessibility, right? It's key for parents who may be worried, who may be, have some anxiety and just want the best for their kids. It's key for parents and students to have easy access to high quality resources outside of the bounds of the classroom.
Dr. Warren, I'm going to skip ahead because we only have 30 seconds left. You just mentioned 3 S's and the last one was service. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, so the single most influential factor on learning growth is the teacher that a student has, right? And that's supported by research. And so high quality teachers that brings them service, high quality teachers build rapport and positive relationships with their students. They affirm, they validate, they elevate, and they enhance student voices to provide equitable learning experiences. And they build trust. When the learning growth is happening and students feel a sense of accomplishment, anything is possible. So strong relationships through that service is supported by strong feedback mechanisms. The teachers communicating with the parents and families and those who support them. And considering how online tools, such as a platform like Teachers1on1, you can have that frequent feedback. And that's super important for any parent who's looking to help in that area for any family and with learning struggles.
Indeed it is. Dr. Warren, thank you so much for that. Teachers1on1.com is the website for more tips and ideas on really helping our little ones be all they can be in school. Thank you for your time this morning.
Thank you so much.
All right.